All right, it says I'm live. Peace and blessings, everyone, and welcome to Sankofa Now, your daily dose of African-centered learning and application. I'm your host, Nakia Porter, aka Queen Peace, and Davis-Powell-Lovely-Thrash, all of those wonderful family members here and there, coming far and wide. I want to give great thanks to all of those ancestors that came before us, those that are here with us now, and those that will come in the future. And again, I am here to bring you a daily dose of support to increase your appetite, to increase your appetite for knowledge of self. This is definitely a transition from the video before. A lot of things going on in the world. Excuse me. And a lot of pain, anger, frustration, other things like that. And not to take those things out of context and devalue them in any way. I realize again that a big part of mine is to provide hope, support, love, motivation, positivity during this time as a resource for you all to be able to see that there's still light in the darkness. And so with that, getting right into what you came here for, and that is, focusing on Sankofa to go back and get what it is that you've forgotten, and our little birdie friend there, and just remembering what has happened up until this point, and then how, based on my experience, sharing with you all, and how I apply Sankofa in my life and continue to learn and build upon that. So, with that being said, as well as resources to help you, things that I've looked at, again, all of this applies back to your life and to your broader community. And a call to action. So let's get right into it. And probably won't do that intro again next time. I think we're getting pretty good now. So, okay. All right. So from last time, I was looking over some information. I found, again, something very nice, which is okay. Review of Sankofa. So it says the Akans believe that there must be movement and new learning as time passes. As this forward march proceeds, the knowledge of the past must never be forgotten. This came from one of the links, actually, the third one, I believe, that I had, or it may have been the first one, with the Carter G. Woodson one. And this is really good because it's, for me, what it says, how I apply this to my life is that even though things are happening, like things are happening now, you can't get stuck. You have to continue to make progress. So those things that you had, you don't forget about those. So we don't forget about them. We don't dismiss them, but we take them and see how we can apply them into the new day. And so each new day that I rise, I look at what was done the day before and how I can do something differently in this current time. And then that also applies to moments of time as we go through a 24-hour cycle. If something happened before that I would like to change and make different, that I actually make changes along the way. So then that way it's not a whole lot to have to digest, but then also I'm making incremental progress. And so the things that I don't like, the things that I don't agree with, other things like that, or things that I need to make changes on myself, I'm able to apply those to my life. And so with that, keeping those things in mind, continuing to make movement, but don't forget about the past, right? That goes right into with sharing my experiences based on the question and call to action the last time. And the call to action was, how can you neutralize the frequency of injustice? What do you need to be confident to be a part of the change? And so what I've realized, my part of the injustice is, one, again, understanding if I have done anything that would impact justice at all, meaning not being, kind to others, or not being, opening or not opening, but welcoming, or judgment. A lot of these other things that sometimes are subconsciously done, and we've picked them up from those around us, and being able to make the change to say, you know what? these things within my own life I can change. Within my own family, these are things that I can change. And we can start to manifest and cultivate the type of environment that we would love to live in. And by focusing on that part, when it starts to get out into the world, now that particular environment we carry with us. And now that is the mode that starts to make a change and starts to impact and influence those around us. So that's how I continue to help in neutralizing it. When I say neutralizing, because those forces are there. It's a matter of, I think, learning how to navigate through them so you don't get stuck in the mud when they come. And again, there's the support and resources there for you all. So going right into it and call to action. So travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow mindedness. And many of our people need sorely on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one little corner on the earth all one's lifetime. As for Mark Twain. And so, challenge right now is with that in mind that if you continue to stay in the same space over and over again, and you don't go out and explore, you don't go out and meet new people, you don't go out and see the world, your background, your backyard, the ability to see more than what it is that's been given to you or that you continue to support, that's the limit that you have. So, with that being said, the call and the charge based on that quote is, where will you travel to next? Okay. And this applies physically, mentally, and spiritually. So for those that feel as though that you're like, then you can't go, where can you go in your mind? Where can you take your spiritual practices to the next level in order to continue to grow and be the best version of yourself? And so that is my charge to you. And that is it for today. And I just want to say, remember that knowledge is power, and especially knowledge of self. So this is your host, Nakia, aka Queen Peace, and I hope that you are uplifted, motivated, and supported to liberate your mind, right? Every time. I love you all so much. Be true, be brilliant, be you. Peace.